Hey everyone, this is Wade with fishfindermounts.com, and I've got here our pull and beam kit here. It's a pin lock system, so what you can do is you can just rotate this up and it locks in sideways here. And this is fantastic for all sorts of applications. If you have small aluminum boats, drift boats actually is a really good one. But anyways, what you do here is you can clamp this guy with your transducer to the back of your boat. Let's say you have a rental boat, you want to make your fish finder portable. We're all about making all fish finders portable. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you, I got the GT56 transducer here from Garmin, okay? This is what it looks like. And I'm going to show you how you do an install on this guy here. The GT52 and the 54 are the same in how they work together, but we're going to wind off our wing nut here. And we're going to open up this aperture here. We're going to take this screw out. And I have one of our arm extensions, or our secondary transducer arm locks, or secondary transducer arms here. This can go on live scope poles and stuff if you want to put both your conventional transducer and your live scope transducer on one pole that's coming down out of the water there. But I'm just going to take this longer screw out here, which you would get into a kit in case you have something like this kind of a transducer, that being the GT56 transducer from Garmin. And we're going to take this guy, and I just want to put a shout out for my camera lady, who is a natural at this, by the way, folks. She just knows exactly what to do, so I've been very blessed to have her help. But we're going to take the Garmin transducer here, the GT56. You can see it's a fairly long transducer, right? Like it's you know, I'm a 6 foot guy. It's basically the entire length of my hand, you know, and then you can see the span of it, you know, it's like 3-finger span nearly of my hands there. So we can take this guy, and what we do is we want to take our spacers, okay, and we want to have them between here. And you'll get this in your kit when we have a universal sort of system. So these come with it. Just want to make sure I do this so the camera can see it well. So we'll take it, we'll put the transducer upside down. I'm going to put the spacers in there, okay, between here and here. See that? See, there's 2 holes here. We call this a dual post system. Dual post mounting post. Some of them only have 1 hole that's coming molded right in with the transducer, okay? And we just take this and we're going to slide it over the screw here, right through. You can see it's come right through here. And then what we do is we take our wing nut here, our fork washer here first, and you can see there's some grooves here, and this has got a groove formation too to match with those grooves, okay? And this is going to go, I like to call it our fork washer. It's like in the shape of a fork. It's got its own fork to it, you could say, and I slide it over in those slots. And then I take my wing nut here, and now I've got a portable transducer mount that clamps on. This is a clamping transducer mount here from fishfindermounts.com, and it's all machined aluminum, guys. This is phenomenal quality. This is the best you can get out there. We are like a boutique maker. We make the best stuff you can possibly get out there in the market. And you can see, if I wanted off the side of the boat, I want the transducer running in parallel with the boat. So now I can take it and I can slip it over my gunnel, let's say, and then down into the water, you see. And you can see that it's a little bit of a short pull I use for demonstrations, but now it's down in the water, parallel to the side of the boat. And then we can take our clamp and we can clamp it on here, right guys? We can take this guy and we can wind it in and clamp it on to the side of the boat. So we've made our rental John boat, you know, where you're fishing and let's say you're in a fly-in trip or what have you. And we're gonna just nicely clamp this on. This is a secondary jaw. The jaw won't fit there on this boat. But this is a 2.5-inch gunnel clamp. And what we mean by that is this is how wide the gunnel, this is how wide this clamp opens up, the jaws of the clamp, how wide these can open up. It's 2.5 inches. Now you can see, oh man, it's stuck way down there. Well, what we can do is we can offset this angle here, okay? Because this has a tilt feature as well to it, okay? We'll move these out of your guys' way so you can see better here. Take our cable tie off, our Velcro cable tie. We'll just move everything out of your out of view there for you. And we can take it and we can tilt it and offset the angle that it's at. And then we can, of course, because there's a sprocket pattern in here. And now you can see it's 90 degrees along here, right? Okay, now remember, you can take this, okay? I hope the camera's seeing everything okay and the camera lady doesn't fall into the lake here, because it is pretty cold water. This is, you know, still we're, you know, springtime here, folks. And we're in British Columbia, Canada here doing this video. But I've got it tilted, it's off the side of my boat, okay? So now I'm gonna be able to use my transducer with my fish finder wherever I've got it installed. You can see we've got different fish finders installed up here. Okay, so you can see that. But I'm just doing this for demonstration's sake. So let's say I wanted it on the transom, right? So this is what the flexibility of fish finder mounts. Oh, by the way, before I do this, I'm going to keep it clamped on. And when I want to get going, right? I don't want to be wasting any time. Let's just flip it up out of the water here and let's lock it in and stow it up out of the water from fishfindermounts.com. Okay, we got it stowed up out of the water. And everything's locked in, we're ready to get out of there, you know. But hey, you know what, you might want it off the transom of your boat, depending on the design of the boats. There's so many different designed boats. We even sell these for the front of pontoon boats. Guys will use them to get down into the water off the front of a rental pontoon boat, clamping off the deck, right? Clamping off the deck. So you can see the stowage capabilities of this guy is just unsurpassed here, just the way that we've designed everything. We can take this guy and we can put it upside down if we want, guys, right? Here it is upside down. And then we can take this tilt, mechanism here. Sorry, this is actually the down and up. So you can also adjust that, right? With this T-knob here, okay? And then we can take this T-knob here, loosen it off, and we can actually tilt it like so, like it's like this, so it's nice and compact and easy to move around, right? So I'm going to wind this off and show you how I just did that. So we'll wind this guy off, and everything is all machine aluminum. Even our clamps are aluminum. They're not crappy chintzy plastic, guys. This is top quality stuff from fishfindermounts.com. We make the best you can get. So we've got it off there, we take it off. This is what it looks like now, right? Our transducer's there. Oh, isn't that nice? Doesn't it look great, right? We can even adjust the tilt of the transducer if we want and then tighten it up here, okay? So you've got myriads and myriads of options to get that transducer right to the exact angle that you want it at. And to the side or the back, even the bow of a boat you could do, right guys? So here we go, we're going back to the transom, and we're going to install it on the transom here. Fishfindermounts.com. We are making all fish finders portable. So how I want to do this is I'm going to take this and I'm going to retilt this back to where it was. Okay, so I'm going to take this tilt T-knob here. This is a tilt T-knob, and I'm going to loosen that off. Right. Okay. Now it's upside down, you guys can see, right? Well, how's that gonna work, Wade? Silly Wade, how's that gonna work? Well, we're just gonna take our pin, we'll release it now. Oh, boom. Now it's the right way. And you can get longer beams from us. There's various options, guys. So I encourage you guys to call our 1-800 number. We're here, we're real people. We're the experts of all of this. You call us, you tell us what kind of boat you got, what you're trying to do, what your application is, and we're gonna give you the best possible solutions for your portable requirement for your fish finder or whatever it may be, even if it's not portable and you want this to be your main solution. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it on the transom of the boat now. It's on the transom. Right? And we're going to take this guy and we're going to clamp it here to the transom of the boat. And I got my dual jaw clamp on here, and this adds extra clamping power, plus it also gives you an angle adjustment as well. So there you have it. And if you want to take it up out of the water, you can stow it up like this if you want. If you prefer, you could stow it in this way. You could take it up. Some guys, what they'll do is they'll even just take it up, straight up out of the water like this. Or you can take it like this, and you can loosen this guy off, and up it comes out of the water, like so. And now it's stowed this way. Or you can, you can do so many things with it, guys. But anyways, here it is, ready to go in a transom mounting position. This is our precision mount, comboed with one of our gunnel clamps here, and then you can drop your transducer, and of course you can spin it whichever way you need. If it's off the side of the boat, you might, let's pretend this is the side, you need it this way. Well, right now I need it this way because it's on the transom. Lower it down in the water, and I lock this guy in. That's not perfectly straight, but that's easy to adjust. Now it looks perfectly straight right there. Fishfindermounts.com. It looks like we're getting a little shallow, folks, while I'm doing this video, but I'm going to even take our tensioner pin over here. You can't see it in the video, but there's a tensioner pin to take any of the slop out of it, so it's super solid on there from fishfindermounts.com. And now we have it in the water. Our precision clamping transducer arm mount right here, pole arm mount from fishfindermounts.com. And I'm Wade, everybody. Thanks for watching.